Do you want to get your music out to new audiences and build a following of die-hard super fans that'll come to all your shows, buy your music and merch, and share your music with their friends? Well, that's what this video is about, so let's get started. What's up guys, Justin here, and welcome to part 3 in this series on email marketing for musicians. Now, if you haven't watched the first 2 videos yet, I highly recommend that you do that now. Just click the icon in the upper right hand corner of the screen. Go watch those videos real quick before continuing on with this video. So go do that now if you haven't watched those videos yet. If you're still watching, I'm going to take that to mean that you've already watched the previous videos and you already know why email marketing is such a powerful tool for promoting your music and building a following of super fans or true fans. You understand the benefits and limitations of streaming, social media, and email. And you understand how email fits into that trifecta of music promotion and fan growth. Now, in the last video, we covered the 1000 true fan principle, the KFS factor, permission marketing, and some tips for writing engaging emails to connect with fans. So at this point, you should already have at least a basic idea of what to do once you get people subscribing to your email list. So now we need to go over how to build your email list in the first place. The first thing you need to have in place in order to build your email list is your list building funnel. Now, marketing funnels can get really complex, but this is email marketing 101, so we're gonna keep it super simple here. All you really need is a simple landing page and a thank you page. So the landing page is where you collect your fans' email addresses. And then you have the thank you page where that person is redirected after they submit their email address. So the first thing you need is a landing page where you can collect the email addresses of fans or listeners that are interested in hearing more of your music. But then what happens when somebody enters their email address on that landing page? Well, that email address has to be stored somewhere. It's stored in a database within an email marketing software that is commonly referred to as an email autoresponder. So on your landing page, there'll be a place for new listeners to enter their email addresses. And then when they enter their email address on that landing page, that email address will be added to your email list. In other words, it will be added to that database hosted with your autoresponder. Now, whenever you want to send out an email to your fans, all you have to do is quickly type that up and send that out to your entire list all at once. So super easy. So if you have new music coming out, new merch available, or you want to let your fans know about upcoming tour dates, you can just type up that email and send it out to anyone on your list, or send it out to everyone on your list all at once. You also have the ability to set up automated email sequences. So these are pre-written emails that go out to new subscribers, for example. So you could set up a welcome automation so that when somebody enters their email address on your when they sign up to your email list for the first time, they receive a welcome email immediately that welcomes them and thanks them for joining your email list. And maybe it shares, within that body of that email, there's links to music or your social media or whatever you want to put on there. So you have your landing page, which integrates with your email autoresponder. And then there's your thank you page. So when a fan enters their email address on your landing page and they click the submit button, they'll be automatically redirected to that thank you page. Now, this is a page that first of all confirms that they've successfully submitted their information. And it's also a page that you can use to share some of your music and maybe get them streaming your music or following you on Spotify or following you on social media. Now, there's a lot of things you can do with your thank you page depending on what your goals are and how creative you want to be. But again, in this series, we want to keep things super simple, so we're not going to get into all the different ways you can customize your landing pages and thank you pages. If you want to learn more about how you can customize your landing pages and your list building funnel, I'd recommend checking out a more in-depth course that I have called Music Promotion Machine, which I'll link to down in the video description. But for this series, like I said, we're going to keep it simple, and I'm going to share some tools with you right now that are actually very user-friendly, very easy to use to get your landing pages set up and get your autoresponder set up so you can start building your email list and sending out those emails to all your fans. So again, the 2 basic parts of a simple list building funnel are 1, your landing page where you send visitors and you collect their email addresses, and 2, your email autoresponder so you can actually collect and store those email addresses and then send out emails to all your fans. Now, as far as email autoresponders go, there are a lot of great options out there, and when you're just getting started, you just need the basic features. Most of them are honestly about the same. Most of the popular ones will do what you need them to do. However, there are 2 that I'm going to recommend. The first one is ActiveCampaign. This is what I use, so I feel like it's worth mentioning. It's fairly simple to use and it's pretty popular, so you can find a lot of great resources out there to help you if you get stuck, and they also have a very responsive support team that can help. But the main reason that I like it is for all the features in terms of automation, segmentation, and so on. But a lot of the things that I really like about ActiveCampaign are a bit more advanced and not really necessary for beginners, though it is a great option even if you are just getting started. And I would just say flat out that you should just start with ActiveCampaign. However, there is one thing that ActiveCampaign doesn't have, and that's a built-in landing page builder. Remember, you need to have a page where you can actually send your visitors to get them to sign up to your email list. So that's why I recommend oftentimes to beginners GetResponse, because GetResponse is an email autoresponder that has all the basic features you need. They have great customer support to help you if you need it. And GetResponse also has a built-in landing page builder. So you can create custom landing pages and thank you pages, and it's already connected to your email list and your email automation tools. So it's really easy to get set up, easy to get started with. So it's really a one-stop shop. And if that's what you're looking for, GetResponse is probably the simplest solution. And you can always import and export your contacts from any of these services. So if you choose one and you decide you don't like it, you can always switch. It's not like a lifelong commitment here. But there is another landing page builder that I'm going to recommend for you that I really like for musicians. It's called Hyped It. And the main reason that I recommend Hyped It is because it's super simple. It doesn't have a lot of customization options. You're very limited in terms of the layout and the design of your pages, but that's actually one of the things that I really like about it for beginners. Since there aren't a lot of options in terms of design, you don't get stuck in the muck trying to figure out what your landing page should look like. Just go through a few simple steps and you end up with a simple landing page that looks something like this, with a sample of your music and a single button. When your listener clicks that button, they're prompted to enter their name and email address, and as soon as they hit that submit button, it unlocks their free download or a link to stream or whatever it is that you're using to incentivize your listeners to join your email list. So the process for setting up your landing page with Hyped It is super easy, and there are a lot of other great features that Hyped It offers as well. It's not just for building your email list. You can also create Hyped It landing pages with the goal of getting more followers on Spotify or social media or promoting your music on streaming platforms. So that's why I like Hyped It and why I think it's a great landing page builder for musicians that are just getting started with email marketing and online music promotion. But if you use Hyped It to build your landing pages, you're still going to need an email autoresponder. At this time, while Hyped It does allow you to collect and store email addresses, it doesn't have the functionality to send out emails the way that an autoresponder like GetResponse or ActiveCampaign does. So you'll still need to get an email autoresponder and connect that with Hyped It. Now, the good news is you can use just about any autoresponder you want, GetResponse, ActiveCampaign, or anything else. And it's a pretty simple process to get your autoresponder connected to Hyped It. Now, I say pretty simple because it could actually be a little bit simpler. A lot of landing page builders actually very seamlessly integrate with autoresponders. It's just one step, go to the settings, connect the two. Unfortunately, Hyped It doesn't integrate directly with GetResponse or ActiveCampaign or any other email autoresponder at this time. So you have to use another tool called Zapier. So instead of plugging ActiveCampaign directly into Hyped It, you'll need a Zapier account, because then Zapier can plug into Hyped It, and then you can plug ActiveCampaign into Zapier. And once you do that, Hyped It and ActiveCampaign can then talk to each other. So those email addresses that are entered on your landing page in Hyped It can then be sent over to your ActiveCampaign account. So it's an extra step, but it's pretty simple to do. Zapier has great support. They have a great support team that can help if you need anything, and you only have to set it up once. So it's not really that big of a deal. But those are the tools that I recommend. Again, GetResponse is a one-stop shop for creating your landing pages and collecting and sending emails. If you want to keep things simple, that's really all that you need. However, in terms of building landing pages to promote your music, I really like Hyped It for its simplicity and ease of use, and it's designed for musicians to promote their music and get more fans. Now, if you do decide to use Hyped It, either ActiveCampaign or GetResponse or any other email autoresponder will integrate with Hyped It. You just need to use Zapier to make that happen. So that's what you need to get started building your email list. I'll put links to those tools that I just mentioned in the video description so you can check those out and go get that set up. Start getting your email list, building funnels set up so you can start building your email list. I recommend that you go do that now so that by the time the next video is released here on the channel, you'll at least have those accounts set up and connected if necessary. Now in the next video, I'm going to go over some final tips and best practices to help you get the best results that you can from your list building and email marketing. And then after that, I'm going to show you how to promote your music and your landing page to start building your email list. So make sure you're subscribed here and you've ticked that little notification bell so you can be notified as soon as the next video is released here on the channel. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments section below. Check out the links to the resources that I've mentioned in this video in the video description. Go ahead and set those accounts up, and I'll see you in part 4 of this series on email marketing for musicians.